Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Rookie Card Collector 123 video. In today's episode, we're going to continue our look at the true rookie cards for the National Baseball Hall of Famers. We're working backwards in the alphabet. We began with the player's last name, letter Z, and we're currently at the players with the last name beginning in F as in Frank. So we're going to look at another 16 rookie cards today and hopefully provide some useful information and some entertaining images of what these cards look like. So the very first one we're going to look at today is going to be one of the best all-time pitchers, Bob Feller. And Feller's true rookie card appears in the 1937 Gaudy Premium set. These are about postcard size, not huge, but larger than the standard card. These came out in 4 different series in 1936. The last series, this series, and then the Canadian series were produced in 1937. So the Feller appears here in a pitching pose, the facsimile autograph at the bottom. It's got white borders around the edges. And the true rookie card for Feller. He also appeared in a 1936 sports stamps. These came from various different newspapers around the country during the 36 season. It's a year earlier, but basically they're newspaper cutouts and do not meet my definition for being a true rookie card. So the earliest Feller would be this one. There is another Feller 1937 option, not quite as popular, but also definitely a true rookie card. It's the 1937 4-on-1 exhibits card. Most of those 4-on-1 exhibits cards that were produced during the 30s typically have 4 players from the same team. So it's a good opportunity a lot of times to get multiple Hall of Famers on one card. So 1937 Gaudy premiums, these are cataloged as R314 in the American Card Catalog, and the true rookie for Bob Feller. Okay, next up we have, next to Feller, we have a Red Faber true rookie card. Faber's rookie is in the Sporting News set, which is the 1916. They're cataloged as M101-5. And there was a second series produced, which is M101-4. Both were produced in 1916. Both of them used Felix Mendelssohn photographs. And they have various different advertising backs from various different local retail stores, mostly in the Chicago Midwest area. The most famous card from this set, of course, would be the Babe Ruth rookie card. Some of the advertising backs are more rare than others. They'll command premiums for those cards. And some of them are blank, and some of them have the Sporting News back, which is the most common back other than the blank backs. So 1916 Sporting News, Red Faber, true rookie card. Next one we're going to look at is our first 19th century player today. And this one's going to be Buck Ewing. So Buck Ewing has several different poses, as just about all the Hall of Famers do in the Old Judge series. Old Judge was put out between 1887 and 1890. There was actually a few New York Giant cards specifically that came out in 1886. So Ewing is considered the best catcher, probably the first 50 years of baseball. And heading into the 20th century, he was widely regarded by many as the best all-around player of the 1800s overall. So Ewing in the Old Judge set, he has some other contemporary cards from that era. Right around the same time frame, he appears in an Allen and Ginter set, which was from 1888. He appears in a couple of other playing game set. There's a E.R. Williams game set from 1889. And he also appears in the Old Judge Cabinet Card series, which was produced from 1888 and 1889 as well. So Buck Ewing, rookie card 1887 to 90, Old Judge. Those are cataloged as N172 in the standard catalog, American card catalog. Next up, we have Johnny Evers. Evers was a second baseman primarily for the Chicago Cubs when they were winning all their National League pennants in the first decade of the 20th century. Evers' true rookie card appears in the W600 Sporting Life Cabinet Series. These came out from 1902 to 1911 over a 10-year period. They came in 4 different styles, or the mounts on the cardboard backing on the bottom with the Sporting Life advertising. Their logo changed over the years. So the earliest ones were Type 1, and then there was a 2, a 3, and a 4. The earliest Evers came out in 1903 with the, or 1904, the second series and third series. And he's pictured here in the Chicago uniform, the photograph with his name and the team designation on the bottom, and the Sporting Life logo on the cardboard mount. The backs of these are blank. So Johnny Evers, this is a super rare card to find. W600 Sporting Life Cabinet. Okay, next one we're going to look at is an umpire. This is Billy Evans. And Billy Evans' rookie card, as is the case with a fellow Hall of Fame umpire from the same era, Bill Clem. Both of them appear in the 1922 exhibit series. There was a few other umpires issued in this set as well, which is very, very unusual. Besides this set, the most umpires appear in the 55 Bowman, if they were contemporary at that time. But the earlier guys like Evans and Clem were in this 22 exhibits set. The exhibit cards were the ones that came out of the penny arcade vending machines. You put in a nickel or a penny, you turned the dial like a gumball machine, and you didn't know what card was going to come out. And they were produced throughout the 20s and the 30s, and then there was different sets issued after that during the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So 1922 Billy Evans exhibit true rookie card. Okay, next to Evans, we've got a more modern card. This one's Dennis Eckersley. This is 1976 Topps mainstream card. Eckersley also appears in the 1976 SSPC. Some people call it the pure card set because the photos take up the entire card. There's no names or teams or anything other than the photo on the front of the card. Okay, next up after that, we've got this is one of the 4-on-1 exhibits. This is actually the first year that they produced 4-on-1 with 4 players. This one is very popular because not so much for the rookie that's on it, but for the inclusion of Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig together, and a pretty early card in Lou Gehrig's career. This is a 1929 to 30 4-on-1 exhibit with 4 Yankees there. And the player over here that I'm pointing to in the bottom left-hand corner is Leo DeRocher, who would go on to fame as a Hall of Fame manager. But here he began his career as a player, and pictured on this 4-on-1 exhibit with the New York Yankees. And that would be DeRocher's true MLB rookie card. And last one on this page is going to be another Old Judge player. This is Hugh Duffy, another guy who played in the 19th century. His career spanned beyond 1900, though, so he played the first decade of the 20th century as well. And he appears in the T206 set. Very few players appear in the Old Judge series, and then also in T206, because that was almost a 20-year time span. And again, like most of the other Old Judge Hall of Famers, Duffy has multiple variations on this Old Judge N172 set. Yeah. Okay, next player we're going to talk about is Don Drysdale. Another more modern card. This still falls into the vintage era. It's 1957 Topps, mainstream card. Drysdale combined with Sandy Koufax to win multiple National League pennants with the Dodgers during the late 50s and early 60s, early to mid 60s, before Koufax would retire with injuries. So Don Drysdale, 57 Topps, true rookie card. Next to Drysdale, we've got a really tough one. This is a Barney Dreyfuss. Dreyfuss was the owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates Ball Club at the turn of the century, 1900, and would own the team all the way up till the 1930 era. Dreyfuss would bring in and sign players from his old Louisville squad, which was part of the National League, and basically took all the best players from his Louisville team of the 1890s, brought them to Pittsburgh in the early 1900s, which included Fred Clark and, of course, Honus Wagner. And Dreyfuss pictured here on his only real card, I guess you could say, career contemporary card, which is the 1910 Tip Top Red. That was a Pittsburgh Pirates only issue. And these are very scarce. The Dreyfuss is very hard to find. The populations on this one is probably somewhere between 5 and 10. And like I said, the only career contemporary Barney Dreyfuss card that exists. Okay, next up we have another one of those Gaudy premiums. The postcard size, like we saw the Bob Feller. This is another one from the 1937 Series 4 set. This is Bobby Doerr. Doerr was a great second baseman for the Boston Red Sox, played primarily during the Ted Williams years. An outstanding hitter for a middle infielder at that time, and solid defensive player as well. And again, 1937 Gaudy, these were cataloged as R314, just like the same set as the Bob Feller. Next to Doby, we have another super tough rookie card to try to track down. This is Larry Doby, and this is his 1949 Leaf rookie card. He also appears in the 49 Bowman set, and he appeared in several different Cleveland Indians photo pack team issues, which are oversized, quite large. Those do not meet my definition for a rookie card, but he is in the 47 Cleveland photo pack, which would be 2 years earlier than this one. So the preferred Larry Doby rookie would be the 49 Leaf. This one's a short print, very hard to find, like I said, and very expensive in today's market. Okay, next one we're going to look at is another extremely hard to find card. This is one of the most popular of the Hall of Fame true rookies. This one's Joe DiMaggio. And this is the 1936 Worldwide Gum DiMaggio. Very tough issue, was produced in Canada. He's got several 1936 card issues. This one is the most like a traditional baseball card and by far the most valuable and the most scarce. So I opted to go with this for my DiMaggio choice. But he also appears in the Gaudy Premium set again. He was in the first series, though, so he's paired with Joe McCarthy on a two-player card. That's the Gaudy Premiums again from 1936. He also appears in the Series 4, the same series as the Bob Feller and the Bobby Doerr, the R314 series, also called Gaudy Premiums. He's got an individual portrait in that one, and then he also appears in a National Chickle release, the same, also 36, and also a even larger size, cataloged as R312. Those are color tinted photos, also 1936. And DiMaggio appears on one of those newspaper or multiple newspaper sports stamps, just as Feller did, I mentioned earlier. So a whole bunch of DiMaggio options. The best one, in my opinion, is this Worldwide Gum. Okay, next to DiMaggio, we've got a Negro League great, our first Negro League player today. This is Martin Dihigo. And this is a very rare set from Venezuela. It's called Doble Aguila. This was produced over a couple of years, 1931, 32, and 32, 33. And there was even a very rare later series of these that came out, I believe, in 34. Those are almost impossible to find. These are almost impossible to find. But the 34s are even tougher. And Digo's pictured here in his swinging batting stance with catcher and umpire behind him. Digo has 4 or 5 different poses, different variations within this Venezuelan league set. All of them extremely rare, populations probably in the 5 range on all of them. And one of the most sought after Negro League players in terms of rookie cards, because he actually had a card early in his career, so it kind of makes sense. A lot of these guys didn't have cards until the 70s when the Lachlan old-time Black Star sets came out. Okay, next up we have Bill Dickey. Bill Dickey, of course, great catcher for the Yankees through the 30s and 40s, up to World War II. Then he became a coach with the Yankees in the late 40s and into the 50s as well. The Dickey rookie, he's actually got 2. I opted to go with the one that is strictly a 1931 release, which is the 31 W502. Was a strip card series issue. He also appears in the 31 to 32 4-on-1 exhibit card as well. So I went with this one because this one was dated strictly 31 as opposed to the 31 32. And the last player we're going to look at today is another really big one, another Old Judge Series player. This one is Ed Delahanty. And Delahanty was possibly the greatest slugger hitter of the 19th century. Definitely up at the top of the list, I guess, with Dan Brothers and Roger Connor and Cap Anson. But Delahanty played for the Philadelphia team in the late 1880s and through the 1890s. Played with Sam Thompson in the same outfield, probably the best outfield of the 19th century. And finished with a career batting average. I believe he was at 342 or very close to that. So one of the highest all-time career batting averages ever. Unfortunately, his career came to a little bit of an early end when he was crossing a bridge on a train in Niagara Falls over the Canadian-American border, and he had some issues with somebody on the train. The conductor kicked him off of the train, and somehow he ended up falling over the bridge to his death there. And they found him, I believe, the next week in the waterfalls. They found his body. So a sad ending to a really great baseball career. And Ed Delahanty, the true rookie, again appears in the 1887 to 90 Old Judge series. Again, he's got multiple poses in there. And Delahanty is one of the most expensive cards in the Old Judge set, no matter which pose you look for. So that's going to wrap up today's episode on our another group of 16 Baseball Hall of Fame True Rookie cards. I hope you got some good information again today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys again on the next one.